Welcome back, y'all. I've been away because Hurricane Helen knocked out my internet and power for like 3 weeks. But we're back now for Internet Gun Fails number 15, the Darwin Awards. So without further ado, let's get into it. He's watching it on his phone?
Definitely gave the camera guy a haircut. What is up,
How many hairs?
YouTube mother lovers, and welcome to another episode of the Darwin Awards. As we say here on the channel, guns are awesome. Idiots.
Okay, does anybody else, whenever these videos starts, their eyes immediately go over here to the fake gun? Like the fake pistol? It's always there, but every time the video starts, I look at his face, and then I slowly start to look at the fake pistol.
Not so much. When you put the two of those things together, you might end up with a winner of what we call here the Darwin Award. If you're not familiar with the concept of a Darwin Award, it's an award that you get, often posthumously, when you do something so stupid, you end up removing yourself from the gene pool.
If you lose your genitals, it also
continue
counts.
to survive. In this episode, we've got an Arab wedding, Instagram flex has gone wrong, and a couple other tiny surprises.
Tiny surprise. Didn't we already have one at an Arab wedding? Is it going to be another one where they're like, all right, we got an AK, time to shoot it straight up in the air and hope the bullets don't come down and rain upon anybody here or somewhere else?
Now, a lot of people that are new complained in the last
I hate when people do that in any country. Don't do it. It's not safe.
Darwin Award because there wasn't actually a real death in that one. Because for whatever reason, they go to YouTube to find graphic videos of people dying. This ain't 2006
I'm okay
anymore,
with
guys. Also,
people
kind of
not dying.
to be disappointed you didn't just watch someone die, but that's a totally
I
different
don't
issue.
want to see
Why
people
would
die
you come
usually.
into a video wishing to see somebody die? That's disgusting.
But for you
Exactly.
psychos, not to worry. This episode actually has a double feature Darwin Award win. We have two separate clips of people removing themselves from the gene pool. Two for the price of one. Buy one, get one, room temperature. In fact, this whole episode is full of double features. Let's start with some butt-puckering foreplay. No, not the kind you got from Scoutmaster Kevin.
Never was in the Boy
The kind that comes
Scouts.
from idiots being wildly
Are the Boy Scouts still a thing? Huh. Didn't they change it? Did the Boy Scouts ever do anything? What did the Girl Scouts have cookies? What do the Boy Scouts have? Popcorn?
unsafe with guns. You know this one's gonna be good if the text says, was that an ND?
Oh, what?
Yeah, that definitely looked like an ND. Thankfully, they've got it in slow motion.
What was
Yeah,
that? Looked so
Unless
stupid.
he was trying to hit the non-existent camera.
This is me when the girl finally agrees that we're gonna have sex tonight. Oh, I gotta get my shirt off. Gotta get my shirt off. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, after watching that in slow motion, unless he was trying to hit the non-existent.
Oh, gotta get. Time to get my shirt off. Oh, it's 6 time. Time to get my shirt off.
Camera guy, that looked like it was probably an ND. For those who don't know, ND means negligent discharge. Also, what the fuck did he pull out that went flying when he was trying to draw his gun? I can't tell if that's a knife, spare mag, what the fuck that is. Let me know down in the
Boy
comments
Scouts
if you
sell
can see what that
popcorn.
is, because
I
I
fucking
can't.
knew it.
There's an argument
Never
to be
bought
made,
their
I guess,
popcorn,
that this could be an intentional shot, wildly unaimed in the direction of his camera. But if so, this is the sort of training that I think is only for Instagram points. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And smooth is the brain that does shit like this.
Aunt Ram, I've had sex. Ask your mother.
But since this is a double feature episode, we've got a very similar scenario coming to you from, well, you know exactly where this is.
This guy looks so uncomfortable to be shooting the gun. He's like, all right, I got the pistol. I'm gonna shoot it. He's not holding it tightly, is he? Nope. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's full auto.
Now, I'll admit I've seen this one before and I still had to slow it down again.
What
That dude definitely gave the camera guy a haircut. Thankfully in these videos, doesn't look like anybody got hurt. I can't say the same for these next two videos though. But before we get too far, we want to thank our sponsor, Conflict of Nations. Conflict of Nations is a free online PvP strategy game. Choose a real country to lead during
Florida!
World War III and
They're
fight up to
invading!
128
I knew it.
other players
Time to get rid of
in
Florida.
real time, in games that can take weeks to complete. You can use different units to build up your army, whether that's tanks,
Yeah, good luck
jets, nuclear
invading.
submarines,
Can't
whatever.
fucking hit
Declare
the
war on your
US. Good
neighbors
luck
or
for a
forge
natural
alliances
fortress.
with other players. Choose your own strategy, engage in epic battles, and take over the world. Plus,
You can have
play using the same
California.
account using both PC
Okay, they
and
do-
mobile.
they
Plus,
do
click on the
supply a
link
lot
down
of
in the
money, though.
description. You'll get 13,000 gold and 1 month of premium subscription for free. Offers only available for 30 days, so don't miss out. Just another thank you to Conflict of Nations for sponsoring the video. They're a free online PvP strategy game happening in a modern global war, where you get to choose the strategy on how you take over the world. Reminder to click on my link down in the description to get 13,000 gold and 1 month of premium subscription for free. Again, that's a limited time offer, so don't miss out. Now, some of these don't have audio because they're surveillance video, and that's when you know you're going to get a juicy one. Here we see a group of men partaking in a pastime that is very popular in impoverished urban communities. Sitting. One of them seems to have a bright idea that he'd like to further reduce their property value.
I will not have sitting slander, okay? Sitting and doing nothing is a good pastime sometimes, okay? Sitting with your mates, maybe chatting, maybe not even chatting, just enjoying the company of the people around you, okay? I will not have this sitting slander. I will not have it. I will not stand by it. That's why I'm sitting in a chair.
And fire a handgun up in the air. That's what happened. Yep. And
oh my
he
God.
raise it quite high enough before squeezing off that first round because he just shot his buddy. I don't know.
Put the gun down.
It looks like it could have either been in the leg or in the pelvic bowl. Neither is a good place to get shot.
I have had sex.
But if it's pelvic bowl,
ask your mom.
Well, just remember the age-old saying, you can't put a tourniquet on a taint. I love that he mimes like his arm up in the air, like, oh, bro, I was trying to shoot up in the air. It's like, well, you fucking shot me.
There's not enough
Luckily,
urgency
he's bleeding,
right
you really
now.
can't tell in this video, and they hobble him to the car, where hopefully they get him some medical attention. Not to be outdone, we've got Officer Doofy here. Must be a slow day for crime, because he's playing around with his 1911. Two World Wars,
Don't shoot
brother.
yourself in the taint.
He takes out the magazine, which is a good first step, goes to attempt to rack the pistol, and then pulls the trigger. Puts a hole right through his fucking leg. And as we see him move his foot, there's now a pretty big puddle of blood. Yeah, that's a lot of blood. See, that's a real squirty one. When you get that much blood that quickly, especially
legs are dangerous, guys.
Blood, that's not good.
Don't, okay, let everyone's like, okay, what I hate is when people are like, oh, dude, why don't, like, people shoot the guys running away in the leg to, like, stop them from going? One, you might hit a pedestrian, so you probably shouldn't shoot unless you know, can safely do it. And then two, legs have they have a lot of blood in them. They have a lot of important veins and arteries or whatever they're called, okay? And they pump a lot of blood through those muscles and back up to your heart. Legs are dangerous. Careful. Careful.
No way.
You're welcome, Sean. Yeah, I'm
Oftentimes
alive.
that signals an arterial bleed, and you need a tourniquet on that fucker ASAP. What looks like what happened in this one is that he went to remove the magazines. Gun's cleared, obviously. He removed the magazine. That's good. But in order to clear the gun, you have to go all the way back.
Oh, dang, thank you for the resub.
Not only should you go all the way back,
Welcome.
but it's good practice to inspect the chamber to make sure there's nothing in it. Then you can let it forward.
Just
fire.
point the
It
gun
looks
away
like he
from you
kinda
all the
half-racked
time.
it, which would not be far enough to eject the live round.
I don't care if he does it right or anything. He pointed the gun at his leg. Don't point it away from you and everybody else. Always. I don't care how confident you are in your abilities or even how confident you are that there's no bullet around anywhere in the gun. Point it away from you. Always, always, always.
Round that's in the chamber. And, well, you saw what happened. My favorite part is the giant bold letters on his back that say, Officer. Remember videos like this when people say things like, only police should have guns. While police do have to train with firearms, the training requirements often are, well, let's just say defunding that part's really not a good idea.
I'm just gonna say it because he reminded me of it. Why are so many cops fat? I'm like, and I don't mean like overweight. I mean like they're fat. Like not like, oh, why? I'm not saying all cops need to be fucking fit as a fiddle, but it's like it's like so many cops are just like, if you poked them with a pistol, they'd like deflate. That's how big they look. Why is that? Rent a cops, but like they're like, a cop get out of a cop car, and I'm like, holy shit, it's Paul Blart, but he's not in the mall. He's a real cop. Oh shit! It just seems so weird. It's like, oh no, they're trying to stop me. If I can just run, they can't catch me.
Now, if you want to see the completely uncensored version of this video and, you know, Darwin Awards in general, you can use the link down in the description to go to Pepperbox or go to Pepperbox.
Because of middle age?
It's a
Just
streaming
because you
platform that
reach
me and my
middle
friends
age
started
doesn't
where we
mean
put all
you're
the stuff that
you've
you
gained
can't put on
40
YouTube.
pounds.
Plus a lot of bonus content from the crew. Stuff like Cody's shooting breakdowns, but without all the crazy censorship that we have to do for YouTube. And there's a 14-day free trial, so try it out today. See if you like it. Now, up next is a short clip that's going to act as a little break from the violence. So you got him shooting a handgun in the air here.
Oh my god.
See,
That doesn't even have any.
Not good.
That don't even have anything to do with his height or anything. He just wasn't holding it properly. He wasn't holding it properly. Didn't have a tight enough grip on it. Okay. Okay. That's all it was. That's all it was there. Okay. He just wasn't ready for the kick. And also, that's not really a high caliber. That doesn't have a lot of kick for it. Rave, this isn't me, chat. I'm not this. I'm 6 foot tall, 6'4" in heels. I am not this short, and I am like 170 pounds.
If you go back and watch that a little slower, not only does it obviously fly out of his hand, that part's not great, and then it falls and it lands where it's directly pointed back up at him. It's not really in a safe area to shoot, because when he takes a step back, you know, he almost falls, trips and falls, which that could be its own problem.
Why is there just a bunch of shit on the
little tip? If you're not sure if somebody can handle the recoil of a weapon that you're letting them shoot, especially handguns, only load 1 round. It's a small thing you can do that can avoid a potentially huge problem. Because handing somebody a gun that they can't handle is a big safety
short puns in the comments.
So I think that's all for that clip, and to be honest with you, I'm out of size puns. But I'm sure you guys are gonna have plenty in the comments. So this next one's a bit of a change in pace. It's a newspaper article, and to my shock, I think it's actually real. Faulty bullets kill woman in pawn shop.
What?
A middle-aged woman walked into a Boise, Idaho pawn shop yesterday and pulled out a pistol. Quote, "These shells you sold me don't work," she told the clerk, Chuck Davis. Then as Davis, another clerk, and a customer watched, she put the gun to her head and pulled the trigger. The shot killed her instantly. The woman was identified as Mrs. Arma L. Warren, 52, of Nampa, Idaho. Suffice it to say, the bullets were not defective. Also, is it just me? Is this just my tism getting triggered here? But I'm sincerely bothered by the fact that she referred to them as
so
shells.
Chat, I don't think, you know how they say, if you put a gun to my head, I could or couldn't do X? I don't think if you put a gun to my head, I would bet on if or not the, bullets would or would not fire. I don't think that's one of those instances where I don't think I would ever be so confident in a claim of a faulty firearm or a faulty bullet that I would then point it at my head. No, I wouldn't point it at myself, just point it at the ground. Well, I probably don't even do it indoors because that's stupid. Well, no.
For a handgun, rounds, ammo, hell, I would have even taken bullets, shells, or for shotguns. Something she would have known if she got her start in gunsmithing and weapons technology at sdi.edu using the link in the description. But for real, I know it's a little late in the episode, but now's probably a good time to go over the 4 rules of gun safety. Treat every weapon as if it is loaded, even if you think the bullets are defective. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot, even if you think the bullets don't work. Never point a firearm at anything you're not willing to destroy, assuming your head is on that list. And know your target and what's behind it. In order to have a deadly accident with a firearm, you usually have to break at very least 1 of these rules, usually multiple. Season 7, time for a wedding. Is it really Darwin Awards if you don't have some sort of Middle Eastern celebration, including questionable gunfire in the air? This clip starts off hot.
I know, yeah, he's dancing with it. He's gonna be dancing with the firearm while shooting. Chat, if I was ever at one of these weddings, see, look, he shot Gibby out of the air. Look at that. This is what happens when you shoot guns in the air. You shoot a Gibby that's just trying to fly to the rest of his flock down south for the winter. God, that poor Gibby. But if I was at a wedding where they're like, oh, hey guys, we're going to start shooting guns in the air, I wouldn't try to stop them because, one, they started shooting guns in their hands just in the air. I'd be like, nope, that's it for me. I am leaving. I'm going, or I am calling an Uber if I am drunk. Have a nice life. Wouldn't even say bye to the bride and groom. I'd be like, nope, this is an unsafe environment. I am out. Taking the Iris exit, I think it's called, where you don't even say goodbye. You're just gone. I'm just gone. No, sir. No, sir. Not doing it.
This guy is getting down with a Glock.
Oh my God.
And pointing it directly at the rest of the guests.
This guy right here. What are you doing? He's like, oh, look at this guy. He's so crazy dancing with the gun while shooting the gun. Oh, shit, he's going to shoot us. Leave. Run the fuck out of there.
Boo this man.
Boo this man. Exactly. Get He shot another Gibby out of the air. You should just go. What? People are so calm around this gun. Leave. Don't be like, oh, this is freaking weird, man. This guy's crazy. Get out of there.
Old guy in the light blue shirt had the right idea.
Why are you walking?
Nobody is comfortable with this. And at a certain point, he's just waving a fucking loaded gun around. Everyone around him is way too trusting that he's going to pull the trigger at the right time. Remember those
they do
gun
not
safety
look
rules
calm.
I talked about?
They are sitting down while this guy is doing this. That is too calm. They might be a little scared. They need to fucking run or get under the table. Do something. Them just sitting there awkwardly is not the right call.
About just a second ago. Assuming he's not just a terrible shot and he actually meant to kill all these people, he's definitely pointing that gun at things he's not willing to destroy. He's definitely
also
not
got
keeping his
terrible
finger off the
dance.
trigger until he's ready to shoot, and treating it like it's loaded. Well, I mean, it is fucking loaded. That's not stopping him from having a grand old time. God, there's even a couple bits where he's just like purposely like pointing it at everyone. It's just, what a fucking asshole. You know, it's not a cultural thing either if everybody else is getting just as uncomfortable as we are watching. For our next clip, we have another staple of Darwin Awards. Kids recording themselves flexing like wannabe gangsters using shit they should not be fucking with. Here we have what clearly looks like a underage urban youth sporting...
All right, why does he have the broccoli hair? Like, it's the meme is so true. Where the Gen Z kids are just like scrawny kid with broccoli hair. Why?
2 handguns in a car with his friends who also have handguns.
It looks like he's wearing a grandma wig, right? It's just not gray. They just dyed a grandma wig. What's going on here?
Let's just see how this goes.
I don't know how we rocking.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh my God.
Sails one right in the windshield. That giggle at the end gets me though.
You broke the window!
Yeah, he broke the window. Also, everybody in that car right now has the big E. Seriously, I want to know what he thought would happen there. He clearly racked the slide, pulled the trigger. You get the surprise inside.
Yeah, and there's 2 guns behind him too.
Also, that's clearly his dad's very nice, expensive FNX 45 tactical, I would assume. His father, if he's around, probably very upset that his son stole his very nice firearm to use it to put a hole in his windshield.
You broke the window!
So my parents, gotta teach your kids gun safety. Yes, you should keep them out of the reach of children, but if they happen upon it, or when they get a little bit older and they get curious, or they...
What you need to do,
like
what you need to do, is you need to shoot your kids with tiny, tiny, tiny bullets that can't harm them, and then just slowly work your way up through different calibers, and then they develop an immunity to gunshots. That's what you do. You build a stronger child. Okay, it's kind of like when you let them outside to play in the mud, so that they get tiny diseases, so then they build up their immune system and everything. It's like that. You build up their bullet immunity. Okay, it's like a stat in a Bethesda game. 50% reduction to bullets. That's what you do. Come on.
Gun safety is paramount. Also, like, don't raise your kids to do shit like that. But on top of that, gun safety is an important thing for kids to know. Even if you don't personally have any guns in the home, your kids might go to somebody else's house where they do.
Start
Personal
early
story,
while
my dad
they're
actually
in
used
the
to have a rule
womb.
when I was growing up.
Jam
So
it up
son,
there
you
and
know,
like,
if you're
"Alright,
curious, you
first
ever want to see any
administration."
guns or anything like that, just let me know. I'll always take the time to, show it to you, answer questions, this, as long as I've got time. If you want to go shooting, we'll find a day and we'll go do that together. If I find you in my closet playing with a gun unsupervised, I will beat the holy fucking shit out of you. And 8-year-old me was like, yeah, cool, dad, sounds fair. And young Brandon never got that ass beating. For that, anyway.
Don't hit your
Now,
kids.
without further ado,
Don't
we
hit your
do
kids.
have our first real winner of a Darwin Award today. Lucky him, right? Now, this video, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have believed if I didn't see it and see the reaction.
All right, YouTube, this is on YouTube already. If you're watching this, don't strike my channel with anything, okay? This is to inform people of what not to do. This is educational, and I will be providing context, and he's providing context. All right, I'm safe.
Again, this one is without sound, but here we have a guy who's just walking down the street. He goes to fumble with something, which is apparently his carry gun, which then falls out of his waistband and bam.
Oh my god.
Now we did blur it just in case because, of course, YouTube, but you can't really see much of what happened there. But if you watch it again and you look in the reflection on the right side, bam, right there you see the muzzle flash reflected in that frame. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we don't carry a SIG 320 in a shitty holster. It's fucked up. Later on in the same video, these two guys come walking up like, hey, who left a dead guy here? So be careful when you're carrying with one in the chamber, especially if the gun or setup you're carrying is not drop safe and, well, accidents can happen. While it is a Darwin Award winner, I wouldn't usually close with a video like that. But honestly,
don't do that, chat.
So weird of a clip, I just had to show you guys. So that brings us to our next clip, the big Darwin Award for this episode. So here we have a gas station employee manning the desk, holding a pistol. I'm sure you can probably already guess where this is going.
No.
He's playing what I'll assume is the gun that they keep behind the counter. A shitty necessity if you're in that bad of a ghetto part of town, I suppose. But you should probably train whoever works there how to use it first. And unfortunately, that's just not what happens here.
Oh no.
So as he's playing around with it with his finger on the trigger, he ends up pointing it directly at his face and pulls the trigger.
Don't do that. Don't
by the
point
shot placement
guns at yourself.
Absolute
Don't do that.
of his body there, I think it's safe to assume that our boy probably didn't make it. The worst part about this is that this looks like some young dude, maybe in his early 20s.
Hydrate, you got
This is 100% completely avoidable. There is no reason that had to happen. I mean, the kid's got his whole life ahead of him. Kid's working an honest job, trying to make a living, and now, well, there's a lot of life he'll never get to experience. So he's violating 3 of the 4 rules here, clearly. He's got his finger on his trigger before he's ready to shoot, which I assume he doesn't want to shoot in the gas station. He points in an unsafe direction. He points it directly at his head. And he's not treating every weapon as if it is loaded, because this one clearly is. Stuff like this is why teaching gun safety is so important. Because much like carrying a gun, gun safety is kind of like a parachute. If you have it and don't need it, no harm, no foul. But if you need it and you don't have it, I can promise you'll never need it again. That's why it's important to learn the 4 rules, practice safe gun handling, and you won't end up winning your very own Darwin Award.
Why are you showing it more? I don't need to see it more.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a while since we've done one of these. Next time, I'm gonna try to find some more videos with sound. Got a lot of really cool range videos coming out.
I think it's fine without sound.
Like it. So if you're new around here and you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, do me a favor and double check.
Excuse same day shipping to
YouTube
God.
Doing that thing again where they unsubscribe people for no reason. But ultimately, thank you guys for sticking with me. I appreciate you staying to the end. And as always, I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers.
All right, what is the outro?
video.
Or what is the blooper?
Thanks, guys. So first off, this is going to be good if the
English is hard. English is hard. Cancel. I have autoplay on. Fuck. I have autoplay on because I was falling asleep to autoplay stuff. All right. Well, that was a good video. Don't do any of what was in that video, okay? Don't. That whole video on testing a second assassination attempt is BS. How is it BS? I haven't watched it. It came out, I think, when I was like, without internet. How is it BS? I'm curious. This is such a weird mix-up of recommendations, isn't it? All right, good night, Rock. Well, that was the end of that video. I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube eventually. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, come by the Discord, come by the live streams that we have on here. We do gaming and stuff as well. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. And we're gonna watch some other videos right now. So don't go anywhere if you're watching the live stream. This is just the outro for the fucking YouTube video. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all next time. Stay awesome, y'all.